just mentioned love, and today it is about life and love, and I would like to know, for us it is maybe love your family members, whoever it could be. Why I ask you this is because there's so many versions of this, and I really want to get to it. Some teachers, some gurus, some guides will say, you know, you can love, but you must be detached.
Oh.
You must love, but it cannot be conditional. It should be unconditional. And so there's versions of it. I just want to know.
See,
So,
the simple way of make you keep coming back to me is to give you something that you cannot do. To give you a teaching which you can never do. You must love, but you must be detached. Now you have to keep coming back to me for consultation, endlessly.
Sorry.
I'm saying throw yourself into your love affair and die into it, something will happen. Something worthwhile will happen if you're willing to die into the process. Not just anything, whether it's your work or your life or your love or whatever, if you do not know how to throw your entire self into it, you will never know the taste of what it is. Love but be detached. Why do you want to love then? Only because you want to include somebody as a part of your life, part of yourself, that's why you love. No, I love but I am detached. This means you have to come back to consultation every day, it's like a psychiatrist's job. Every day you have to come and sit on the couch. You need treatment and there is a fee.
So, okay, all right. So you can love and be attached.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, I'm coming back for consultation, please. What did you say?
I only said, see, what is this need for love in a human being? You must understand, a human being constantly, a human being is longing to be something more than what they are right now. If this finds a simple, basic physical expression, we call this sexuality. Sexuality means just this, physically you're trying to make something which is not you a part of yourself. For a few moments you may succeed. If you try this mentally, it gets labeled as greed, conquest, or maybe simply shopping. Some people go for conquest with swords and guns, some people go with checkbooks and cash, credit cards. The thing is, you want to include something which is not a part of you as yourself, that is the whole effort. Whether you want money or wealth or you want to occupy a nation, what is it? Something that is not you, you want to make it yours. Yours is an effort to make it a part of yourself. If it happens emotionally, on the emotional level if you try this, we call this a love affair. You're trying to make somebody who is not a part of you, a part of yourself emotionally. This is a love affair. If you do it consciously, we call this yoga. Yoga means union. So all these efforts are fine, everything has its own beauty but has its own limitations. When you understand the limitations of all the other methods, nothing right or wrong about it, it is just that it will work briefly, it will not work for always. When you realize that, you consciously try to include. When you consciously become an inclusive process, if you sit here, if you experience everything as yourself, then we say you're a yogi, okay? So this is a love affair successful.
You said love, inclusiveness. I can't understand how I can love everybody in this room.
You cannot. There's some people you cannot love.
I can barely see up there and up there. So how is that? How do you include everybody in your love?
See, because you are looking at love as something that comes to you or you yield to the process of love only because you appreciate a particular quality, a shape of somebody's nose or the shape of their mind or their thought or their emotion or the way they speak or the way they do things or the way they relate to you, something, okay? There are many things. It is based on something that is acceptable to you. If they do something that is not acceptable to you, love crumbles.
Yes.
Now what I'm saying is, I want you to look at this. Whether love happens to you or hate happens to you, anger happens to you, misery happens to you, joy happens to you, it only happens within you, isn't it?
Yes.
It never… People say love is in the air. No. Because you are feeling very pleasant in your emotions, suddenly air feels vibrant. It always been, you missed it all your life, now you're beginning to feel it.
Okay.
All right? So, whatever human experience, love or hate, whatever, happens only within you. What I'm saying is, at least what happens within you must happen by your choice. Consciously you must be able to make it happen. If you are able to… if your experience of what is happening within you is happening by choice, what is the problem? It only happens within you. Love is not a relationship. A relationship is a different thing. Love is a certain sweetness of your emotion. Whether you look at a tree, or a dog, or a man, or a woman, or a child, or just at the sky, why can't you look at it lovingly? Because it's not about loving the sky, it's about the sweetness of your emotion. If your emotions are sweet, whatever you look at it in a certain way. Right now you have nasty emotions, whatever you look at it in a different way. So you have always associated love with somebody. No, this is not about somebody. Love is not something that you do, it is something that you can become. If you're willing, you can become love, you can make your emotion into a very sweet space. If you make your body very pleasant, it becomes pleasure. If you sit here, it can be great pleasure just sitting here and breathing. This is what we're teaching people. If you sit… I will show you millions of people, if they close their eyes, tears of ecstasy will just drip. Nothing, simply close your eyes. Ecstatic they are, bursting every cell in their body. Because body has become so pleasant. If your mind becomes pleasant, we say this is joy. If your emotions become pleasant, we say this is love. If your very life energies become pleasant, we say this is blissfulness, this is ecstasy. If your surroundings become pleasant, we call that success. Now you're calling your success with somebody as love, that's a mistake. You have a success story with somebody, that is, you have created pleasantness in the atmosphere between you and let's say 5–10 people around you. You're calling that love. No, that is actually success, because that needs lots of management.
Yes, it does.
Yes or no?
Yes, it does.
Yes, but for you to be loving, there is no management. If you just make your emotions sweet, your emotions are sweet and it's beautiful to be like this. It's not about anybody. If somebody comes, we can share it. If nobody comes, you can sit here with your eyes closed and still be loving. What's the problem? It is not about somebody, it's not an action. It is not something that you do, it is something that you can become.
It's a lovely, idyllic.
It is not idyllic, it is the way it is.
I mean, you'd really have to practice this.
Why?
Because I'm
See,
thinking…
this is what exactly I'm saying. If it is an action comes to perfection with practice. Only if it's an action. I'm saying love is not an act. Is health an act? Are you acting healthy right now?
No.
I know you're an actor, but are you acting healthy?
No.
So health is, because
Yes.
we have done certain things and health is, isn't it?
Oh, we've not done certain things,
we have
we've been
definite…
given
No.
health.
Oh, we've been given, but if you eat bad, if you live bad, you won't be healthy. We've done certain things to manage our health. Similarly, if you do certain things, you can manage the pleasantness of your mind. If you do certain other things, you can manage the pleasantness of your emotion. If you do certain other things, you can manage the pleasantness of your very life energies. This is things that you can do. Now what you can do internally, you're trying to manage externally. What can be done here within you, you're trying to manage by creating an atmosphere around you, which is a very difficult thing to do, because outside will never happen 100% the way you want it. To some extent we can manage. We can't do all of it by ourselves because there are many forces involved.
Love is a profoundly complex and multifaceted concept that defines easy definition. It is an experience that has been explored by philosophers, poets, scientists, and countless individuals throughout history. And here is a general summary of the various ways love can be understood. Some encompasses a wide range of strong and positive emotional and mental state, from a deep affection to simple pleasure. It involves feeling of warmth, care, and connection. Love is often characterized by a strong sense of affection for another person, arising from kindship, companionship, admiration, or benevolence. It also signifies a caring and compassionate concern for the well-being of others. Scientifically, the love involves complex biological and chemical processes, including releases of hormones like oxytocin and dopamine. Love can be expressed in numerous ways, including words, actions, and physical affections. Romantic love is characterized also different type of love. Romantic love is characterized by passion, attraction, and intimacy. Familial love is very strong, which is the deep bond between family members. Friendly love is affection. Unconditional love is a selflessness and universal love. Self love is a love of oneself and the respect of one's own well being. So, in essence, love is a powerful and transformative force that can bring immense joy and fulfillment. It is complex blend of emotions, behaviors, and biological processes that vary depending on the context and individuals involved. As we come to this enriching discussion between Sadhguru and Juhi Chawla, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound insight we have gained about love. Throughout this conversation, Sadhguru has illuminated the true essence of love, dispelling myths and clarifying misconceptions. He reminds us that the love is not something external that is given to us by others, but rather it is a sweetness of emotions that resides within each of us. Understanding that the possibility to be loving or fall in love is entirely in our hands empower us to embrace love in its truest form. Sadhguru's wisdom reminds us that we have the capacity to extend love to everyone and everything around us, enriching our life and the world we inhabit. So as we conclude, let's carry this profound teaching with us, allowing them to guide us on our journey towards more loving and compassionate existence. So take a deep breath and allow yourself to settle into this space of calm. As you listen the quiet rhythm of your breathing, imagine a warm light filling you with peace and comfort, a light that softly illuminates your inner world. Today we have taken a journey into the heart of love. A subject is so vast and profound that it touches every part of our being. We explored how through a lively and insightful conversation between Sadhguru and Juhi Chawla, our deeper understanding of love is revealed. This discussion reminds us that love is not merely something that happened to us, but it is a quality that we can cultivate within. Imagine that love is like a gentle, sweet fragrance that arises naturally from the core of who you are. It is not something that is simply given by other person or external circumstances. Instead, it is a beautiful emotions that blossoms inside you. When you nurture this inner fragrance, it has the power to transform your life. When every challenge arises, you have the capacity to be loving, to see the good in every moment and in every person. This inner love is a quiet strength that supports you, helping you remain gentle and kind even in the midst of life's storm. Think of this way. Every day offers a chance to open your heart a little more. Each moment is an opportunity to let go of the past hurts and welcome the sweetness of love into your life. When you allow yourself to fall in love with life itself, with every experience and with every interaction, you begin to discover the love is not limited by boundaries or conditions. It is an ever-present possibilities, a wellspring of emotions that you can tap into whenever you need comfort and inspiration. So, as you move forward, remember that true love is being authentic, being completely and unapologetically you. When you choose to nurture your inner love, you become a beacon of light for yourself and for others. You create an environment where kindness, understanding, and warmth flourish. It is in this inner state that allow you to break free from the constraints of negativity and embrace life with a joyful spirit. So allow this thought to gently linger with you as you continue with your day or find peace in quiet moments of reflection. Embrace the possibility that love is not something out there waiting to be found, but rather an innate quality that grows when you pay attention to the beauty within yourself and the world around you. Each moment becomes steps towards more compassionate and fulfilled life. So again, this is not a summary of Sadhguru's word. It is simply my interpretation of the deep wisdom he imparted. Kindly keep them separated and do not misunderstand. Thank you for joining, and we will see you tomorrow. Until then, please take care. Namaskaram.
चंद्रचूड़ शिव शंकर पार्वती रमणा